this evening. State House's new paint job has the National Trust seeing red, but the president is unbothered nonetheless. Former journalist carjacked. Cattle farmer killed in early morning accident. President Granger chimes in on Commissioner Prasad's special leave. And internationally, North Korea launches another missile, Matt Lauer gets fired, and war criminal commits suicide in court.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. President Granger assures the public that it was policy, not politics, that guided the decision to ask Commissioner of Police Silal Prasad to continue his leave. Esther Sobers brings us the details.
In the case of the Acting Commissioner of Police, Mr. Silal Prasad, and in the case of every other public servant, we said that public servants must enjoy their leave when it is due.
Last Friday, Commissioner of Police Silal Prasad was to return after 4 months of vacation leave. But the same day, Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan requested Commissioner Prasad to proceed on special leave until further notice in the interest of the public, so as to allow the continuation of initiatives and innovations being pursued by the Guyana Police Force. Temporary administration. Because of this, President Granger says the move is consistent with the viewpoint on accumulated leave.
From the time I got into office, from the time the coalition went into office, we made it clear that we did not support the practice which existed in the past for public officers to accumulate huge amounts of leave and then sometimes request payment in lieu of leave.
He repeated the belief that there is nothing abnormal about Prasad's case.
All we did, we insisted that the leave that was due to Mr. Silal Prasad be enjoyed, rather than having it piecemeal. And we said, let him take his leave, and then at the end of that leave, we will decide how we go forward. But right now, there is nothing abnormal or irregular about Mr. Prasad's going on leave. The leave is due to him. He's not being sent on administrative leave. He's enjoying vacation leave, to which he's entitled.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Police are currently searching for 2 men who allegedly invaded the Guy America Internet Cafe on Durban Street in Lodge. Kishana Abrams was at the cafe when 2 men approached her and asked to make a phone call at approximately 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday. She handed one of the men a phone after he showed the handle of what was assumed to be a weapon. The bandits reportedly put a box on the victim's head and assaulted her, after which they escaped on foot east along Durban Street. The men stole 1 Samsung J5 cell phone, 1 handbag, $59,000 in cash, a DVR, and 1 canister. Police are reviewing CCTV cameras in the area. A cattle farmer was killed in an early morning accident on the East Coast. Esther Sobers brings us that story.
The accident occurred around 6:30 this morning at the Lee Reservoir Public Road, East Coast, Demerara. 73-year-old Moody Prasad, a cattle farmer, was in the process of crossing the road with her cattle. According to the police, as the woman was crossing her cattle from the south to the north, she came in contact with a tray of lorry which was proceeding west along the southern side of the road. As a result of the impact, the woman fell and was crushed by the rear left wheel of the vehicle. A breathalyzer test was administered which found no alcohol was found on his breath. The driver is currently in police custody assisting with investigations. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Esther. Don't go away. We have more news after the break.
Are you running out of ideas of what gift to buy? Scared of getting the wrong size or color or something they already have? Why not try a gift certificate from John Lewis Styles? Available in any dollar value and can be used towards clothing, shoes, and accessories. Let the person choose exactly what they want and they'll definitely be happy. Gift certificates can also be used as employee bonuses, sales incentives, and office gift exchanges. So try our gift certificates today. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Season's greetings from Kisul's Furniture Store.
For the best Creole food in town, come to Ridley's Restaurant. Taste our hot meals, fresh bread, and sweet pastries. Our spacious dining hall is free for all occasions. For reservations and more, call 226-2518 or 225-7245. We're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wrigley's Restaurant, located at 38 Robb Street, Laceytown, between King and Wellington Streets. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Ridley's Restaurant. Tasty and healthy eating.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Welcome back. President Granger says he sees nothing wrong with State House's new paint job. Here's more.
I'm very concerned about preserving heritage. That's why I'm repairing State House.
State House was constructed around 150 years ago. The aging structure has been the home of the executive president for almost 3 decades. As such, President David Granger decided to repair the structure.
As you know, this building was constructed in 1854. There's a lot of rot. Some of the windows are falling off, and a decision was taken to repair the rotten portions and to repaint it.
Because of its historical significance, the home is listed on the National Registry. CEO of the National Trust, Nirvana Prasad, welcomes repair works, but asserts that any major works, including repairs and repainting, must be communicated to the trust. On the 25th of November, Prasad said a letter will be penned to the Ministry of the Presidency about the matter. The President has yet to receive it.
So I have not received any letter from the National Trust. I'm not aware that the law has been broken. I'm not aware that, in fact, National Trust needs to worry about the President's decision to ensure that State House is in good repair and doesn't leak.
A historian by training, President Granger values the need for the preservation of the nation's other heritage sites as well. As such, he asserts that the National Trust should show an equal amount of attention to these sites.
We have heritage buildings all around the country. Some of them are collapsing. I weep when I see the condition of City Hall, St. George's Cathedral.
Another carjacking has occurred, and this time the victim was a former journalist. Esther Sobers has that story.
According to reports, Nadine Luthers Williams, a former journalist, was robbed at gunpoint by 2 men outside a nightclub restaurant in Kitty. Williams and another female had just arrived at the bar at approximately 20 hours on Tuesday evening to meet friends from overseas. She parked her white Toyota Allion motor car, registration number PVV4879, on the eastern side of the road. Before exiting the vehicle, an armed man approached the driver's side of the car, pointed a gun at her, and demanded the car. The accomplice who had approached the car from the opposite door snatched the belongings of Luther Williams' female friend who was sitting in the front passenger seat. He then ordered her out of the vehicle. The two men entered the car and drove west along the Kitty Public Road. Luther Williams was also relieved of her Samsung Galaxy S6 cell phone, while her friend was relieved of an orange Nokia Lumia cell phone. Her purse containing $25,000 cash, a spectacle valued $140,000, and a pair of sandals. If you have any information regarding the identity of the assailants, please contact the police at 225-2317 or 227-4361 or 911. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Esther. President David Granger today accepted letters of credence from His Excellency Dr. Alfonso Munera Cavadia, accrediting him the new ambassador of the Republic of Colombia to Guyana. Speaking at the accreditation ceremony held at State House, President Granger said that relations between the two countries are based on the principles of peace, cooperation, and mutual respect for each other's sovereignty. These principles have been pursued through the Guyana-Colombia Joint Commission. The head of state pointed out that the signing of the agreement on mutual exemption of visa for holders of ordinary passports in June of this year is expected to increase the movement of people and the trade in goods and services between the two states. Moreover, he noted that both countries share a common platform for advancing regional integration as members of the Union of South American Nations, or UNISOR. Guyana remains committed to working with Colombia to promote economic and political cooperation and to combat transnational criminal syndicates. Similarly, both countries are committed to working together on issues affecting the region. Several members of the joint services received various medals of commendation. Esther Sobers tells us more.
66 servicemen and women from the Guyana Defense Force and the Guyana Fire Service and the Guyana Police Force yesterday received medals from Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces President David Granger. It was a day of celebration and ceremony during the medal presentation parade held at Drill Square Base Camp in Ghana. The servicemen and women received medals for outstanding service, good conduct, long service, and border defense. President Granger, in his address to the recipients, noted that Guyanese are grateful to its servicemen and women who continue to put their lives on the line in service to the country, protecting citizens and safeguarding the nation's territorial integrity.
We are proud that over the years, the service provided by the Army, the police, the militia, the fire service have kept Guyana safe. These awards are mere tokens, they are mere symbols. They are what a grateful nation could extend to you. There is no way that we could thank you enough for all that you do every day to keep this country safe.
The Military Efficiency Medal is awarded to serving members of the GDF who would have completed 10 years of continuous service with good conduct and approved by the Chief of Staff following recommendations by the Medal Awards Committee.
I urge you to wear these awards with pride. I urge you to preserve them and show them to your children, to your siblings, so that you can be an example to them, whether or not they choose to come into uniform or not. They will realize that service to the nation has its own rewards. Once again, on behalf of the nation, on behalf of the government, on behalf of the Guyana Defense Board, I'd like to thank you very sincerely for your service. Congratulate you. The nation of Guyana is grateful to you. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
The Long Service and Good Conduct Medal is awarded to serving members of disciplined service who would have accumulated 15 years of continuous service with good conduct and approved by the Commissioner of Police, also following recommendations by the Medal Awards Committee. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Esther. Still ahead, we have our regional news, our international news, and your 7-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
Season's greetings from Kisoon's Furniture Store.
For the best Creole food in town, come to Ridley's Restaurant. Taste our hot meals, fresh bread, and sweet pastries. Our spacious dining hall is free for all occasions. For reservations and more, call 226-2518 or 225-7245. We're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wrigley's Restaurant, located at 38 Robb Street, Laceytown, between King and Wellington Streets. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Ridley's Restaurant. Tasty and healthy eating.
Are you running out of ideas of what gift to buy? Scared of getting the wrong size or color or something they already have? Why not try a gift certificate from John Lewis Styles? Available in any dollar value and can be used towards clothing, shoes, and accessories. Let the person choose exactly what they want and they'll definitely be happy. Gift certificates can also be used as employee bonuses, sales incentives, and office gift exchanges. So try our gift certificates today. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go. Welcome back. We now take a look at news from the region. In Trinidad and Tobago, students of the Chatham Early Childhood Care and Education Center are not in school today. They have not been since last Wednesday. We're told they were getting ill from the fumes of a ruptured sewage main in their school. C News has more.
Students of the Chatham Early Childhood Care and Education Center are not in school today. They have not been since last Wednesday. We're told they were getting ill from the fumes of a ruptured sewerage main in their school. Head of the Parent Teachers Association, Ms. Williams, explains the situation.
Right, the sewer line and all the school is backing up, school and the water, whatever is backing up in the school. So we have to close school, right? Last week, Wednesday, we closed school. So the children is home from since last week, Wednesday.
She says the institution has reported the matter to the school supervisor, who brought this to the attention of the Minister of Education, Anthony Garcia, and the EFCL.
So they to come and see about it. So we was waiting on them to get the approval there. And in the meanwhile, we were checking out other people to see if we could get them to come and the regional corporate regional. So we are waiting. One of the regional suppliers told us they'll see if they can help us. So we're waiting to see if they will come and help us because the FCL isn't doing anything for us. And the children are home and then the test time is coming up. So this week we are going to make it to 5 days, 6 days into the home.
But the parents are fed up. They say they have been waiting a long time to have the school, and just after it is opened, this problem has come. They say they are on the verge of putting on a protest very soon because it is their children who are suffering.
And internationally, NBC News says longtime Today Show host Matt Lauer has been fired for inappropriate sexual behavior. AP News has more.
NBC News says longtime Today Show host Matt Lauer has been fired for inappropriate sexual behaviour. Lauer's co-anchor Savannah Guthrie made the announcement at the top of Wednesday's Today Show. Guthrie read a statement from NBC News chairman Andy Lack stating that the company has received a detailed complaint from a colleague Monday night about inappropriate sexual behaviour in the workplace by Lauer. The move comes a week after CBS News fired morning anchor Charlie Rose amid reports of sexual misconduct. Matt Kemp, Associated Press.
North Korea fires an intercontinental ballistic missile over the Sea of Japan. The missile is estimated to have a range long enough to reach almost every city in the continental United States. ABC News reports.
We begin with North Korea late today launching a new missile, this time flying higher and longer than any missile that country has launched before. And tonight, what it reveals about North Korea's ability to reach this country. It is the third ICBM launch, the other two in July, each reaching farther than the one before it. The launch, a direct provocation to the U.S. tonight. President Trump responding just moments ago, and ABC's Bob Woodruff leading us off.
Tonight, North Korea acts again, and this time we know that President Trump was being briefed as the missile was in the air. North Korea's new missile test is another intercontinental ballistic missile, and what makes this one different? It flew higher and longer than ever before. 90 minutes after it splashed down in the Sea of Japan, the president addressing the provocative move.
A missile was launched a little while ago from North Korea. I will only tell you that we will take care of it. It is a situation that we will handle.
This is North Korea's third ICBM launch. It shot 2,800 miles into space, flying for 50 minutes. And experts warn if angled for distance instead of altitude, that same missile could reach deep into the U.S. mainland, including New York, Washington, D.C., and Miami. And tonight, the defense secretary knows that.
It's a research and development effort on their part to continue building ballistic missiles that could threaten everywhere in the world, basically.
The world listening when President Trump warned this.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
But just weeks ago in Asia, President Trump with a change of tone.
I really believe that it makes sense for North Korea to come to the table and to make a deal that's good for the people of North Korea and the people of the world. I do see certain movement, yes.
Bob Woodruff joins us now from Shanghai. And Bob, we know it's been 75 days since North Korea launched a ballistic missile. Any indication tonight as to why now, even after the president recently signaled hope for talks while in Asia?
He has, but one possible change, David, is, just a week ago that President Trump relisted North Korea as a state sponsor of terrorism. So that could make things a little bit different.
And a convicted war criminal commits suicide immediately after the UN's International Criminal Tribunal upheld his 20-year sentence for war crimes against Bosnian Muslims in the 1990s. CBS News' Rina Ninan reports.
With his 20-year sentence for war crimes upheld on appeal, Slobodan Praljak was not about to go quietly.
You may be seated.
Shouting, "I am not a war criminal," the former Croatian general took a drink from a small bottle.
Please sit down.
For a short time, the presiding judge continued to deliver verdicts on the other defendants. Then Praljak is heard again through a translator.
I have taken poison.
The 72-year-old's lawyer repeats her client's claim.
Our
client says he drank a poison this morning, she says.
We suspend, please, the curtains.
Praljak was taken to a hospital in The Hague, where he later died. In 2004, Slobodan Praljak flew from Zagreb to the Netherlands and surrendered himself to the Hague Tribunal. With his co-defendants, he was charged with trying to create what was described as an ethnically pure Greater Croatia. Praljak was found guilty with others of helping establish concentration camps for Bosnian Muslims. And specifically, he was charged with ordering the destruction of the city of Mostar's Ottoman-era bridge. On Wednesday in Mostar, some of the survivors of those concentration camps watched the sentencing and Praljak's suicide.
All of us who had been in camps, we expected at least the confirmation that this was a joint criminal enterprise, and not only the verdict against Praljak, but also all the men who took part.
While on the other side of divided Mostar, some of Praljak's former soldiers understood why he'd taken his own life.
I'm thinking I would do the same. It would be hard to serve time in prison while some are mocking you.
These were the final verdicts to be handed down by the International Criminal Court for the former Yugoslavia. The 6 defendants had their appeals rejected. They'd been sentenced to a collective 111 years in jail. The court was set up in 1993 at the height of the Balkans War to prosecute Europe's worst atrocities since World War II. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera.
And now for the 7-day weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Wednesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and ch2headlinenews.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Thursday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.